Hi everyone, it's Kim from Inside My Money, and I wanted to jump in today for a quick catch up. So you might have noticed a mix of posts and videos from me over the past year. So I wanted to give you a bit more context around why I use HomeBank and why I see that there's real value in it. So I make these videos and learning modules because it's not just about putting all the data into HomeBank. It's about helping you then know how to use that data and also use it beyond just analyzing all of the numbers. We want to be able to track our money, which is really, really important, but we don't want to get bogged down in the numbers. We want to be able to use it to learn about our patterns of behavior, our habits, and the way that we sort of manage our money overall. So the numbers are important because they tell us a story, and that's what I'm interested in, is what's that story all about and how can we maybe change the story to give us a better, more savings, an easier way of doing things. So it's a more than just understanding the numbers, because how we spend and how we respond emotionally and how we make decisions is all really important. And HomeBank plays a really important role in giving us an insight to that. Otherwise, we're just busy in the day-to-day, spending, trying to save, and not really understanding why things don't work. So HomeBank has a direct link in showing us about our behaviours and how we work with our money. So from there, we can start to ask better questions to get better answers. And that's the role that I see HomeBank taking. Because at the end of the day, most of us are just looking for some peace of mind. We're just trying to understand ourselves better and be more comfortable and more confident when it comes to money. So you'll see that I've taken sort of a first home buyer direction, and I've done that on purpose because that's quite a significant decision that we all make in our lives. And some of you will be buying houses in different parts of the world and others won't ever buy a house, which is absolutely fine. But buying a house includes all the components of saving money and then negotiating something and understanding how to work from an emotional point of view. It's about making sure that you manage the debt. So all of the, and then it was also at the end of it, it's, well, what happens when you've paid off that mortgage and what's the next step? So it has elements of all of the things that go on in our lives around our money. So that's why I've kind of targeted in, because it gives me the scope to answer a lot of questions in that behavioural sort of space with money. So I don't want everyone to think that I'm only ever going to be focusing on first home buyers. HomeBank is definitely the core of what I do, and showing you the videos and showing you how I use it and trying to figure out the different features and answer your questions is really important. So I'm not going to veer away from that, but I will use my website First Home Buyer slant to kind of help put some things to expand what I talk about, because just categorizing information in HomeBank isn't enough. We've got to then do something with the information we get out of it. So it's about helping you make your own decisions. It's about clarity and confidence and using the right amount of tracking to give you the right amount of reflection. And so you'll also see I veer off and do things in Power Query because I particularly really like Power Query. I think it's very powerful. That's why it's called Power Query. It's a very powerful tool as part of Excel. So some of you will go, well, I really don't want to get into Excel too much, and that's great. But for those of you who really want to analyze stuff and create your own sort of dashboard outside of HomeBank, then Power Query is a great thing. But then it's, okay, now I've got all these numbers. How can I be better with my money? And I've assumed that everybody that comes into HomeBank wants to be better with their money. Otherwise, we all wouldn't be here. We would just be doing whatever. We're spending day to day, living to a last penny, and we wouldn't really try to understand what's going on. So if you want to explore more from that behavioural patterns, habits, how to make savings easier, how to understand things in a negotiation, how to deal with debt, then you can go and have a look at the website. I've got free stuff on there. You can have a look at as much of that as you want. If you just want to know how to use HomeBank and just understand that, then that's absolutely fine too. I will keep doing these videos. I just wanted to jump in and just sort of give you some context around where I see HomeBank sits in my life around money management. But until we meet again, which will be very soon because I've got a couple of videos that I've got to do now, a couple of questions to answer. But yeah, so have a look at all the old stuff, ask any questions that you've got. And I just say thank you for supporting the channel, for asking your questions, and yeah, keep it coming.